Hi everyone, this is Casper the Boy Diviner here today, and I really wanted to cover the deck that I worked with this week, the Spirit Keepers Tarot. Alright? Okay, I'm not surprised. This deck was a work by Benabel Wen, one of the first people I really enjoyed in the tarot sphere before it became so, well known. I've done a walkthrough of this deck before and I talked about my first impressions of it. I also talked about it during my most intimidating decks that I have, and it is still quite intimidating. But there was one big difference. When we ordered the premium version of this deck, we get an ebook of the Book of Maps and other materials to work with. And because I live in Singapore, printing it in a perfect bound is almost impossible. People asked me if they could print it in two sets, things like that. And I felt like that wasn't the intention of this deck and the book. So the biggest difference between then and now is that I managed to get the book printed. I got it printed by Lulu. So it's the one in the US. And I got it shipped using a forwarder. So I'm getting more and more confident with using a mail forwarder. And they have been pretty consistent and quick with their deliveries, and it's definitely cheaper than just shipping straight from the US. So I'm gonna try to use them more so I can get rarer decks and things like that and save quite a bit of money. Okay, so the experience with this deck has been phenomenal. Okay, the book is written well. The deck, Benabel Wen said she coded a lot of things. She channeled kind of both Crowley and Waite's vision and created this deck, and I really enjoyed using it. And I know this sounds really shallow, but one of the reasons why this deck was such a joy to use is not only because of the image, but because of how beautiful it shuffles. Oh, it feels almost buttery smooth. It feels tough, and yet still oh gosh, you see, I'm still not a great shuffler. Drop C's. So yeah, it shuffles really really well. I really enjoy it, and I like the little kind of guidelines that she has for using the deck. Every deck has its own interesting quirks, and this deck I felt really connected with this deck. Okay, I know this sounds lame because everyone feels connected with their decks, especially their SKTs. But I do feel connected with this deck, and it is definitely because of the coding and things like that she has done. I have not gone ahead to do the ritual coloring with the book because I have not. Number one, I bought a lot of oils. I just haven't got what's it called, the receptacle to collect the oils, to mix them together, and I'm not sure. I don't have the ingredients. I'm gonna just craft my own ingredients, craft my own oil just based on what I have. I did order some holier oils like frankincense and myrrh, so I hope that would help set that intention. And I probably will chant over it with 108 repetitions of either Om Mani Padme Hum or Namo Kwan Sin Pusa. The thing is, I ordered a new sandalwood mala, 108 of them, and they are not here yet. They have been delayed for a long time, and I bought it on Etsy, so I don't know. I might give that shop a bad review or something. Okay, yeah. So it shuffles really nice. The gilding is good. I had a few mishaps with my version, but it was quickly replaced. Okay, what a beautiful deck. Okay. I do enjoy this deck. I really enjoy Benabel Wen's writing. Sometimes she can be a bit obscure, a bit tough, but it's never on the level of Christine Payne Towler's book that I covered last week. She is always quite accessible, and she does talk about her own personal experiences. And because of this this working relationship that I have with this deck, I just wanted to share that I'm gonna put this series about weekly deck work on pause. I'm gonna continue using this deck for a while longer. But because this deck can be a bit stark, I think stark is a better word, a bit stark, I opted to use my new Inner Compass Oracle that I'm going to do a walkthrough of soon. And this is by Heather Hopes. I think this, I will be doing a walkthrough soon, but Boho Tarot has also done a walkthrough of this deck, and I really enjoy using this one. Sometimes I do feel like the messages do come a bit murky, but they often still work with whatever I have in the SKT. Okay, I am really enjoying the SKT. You know, so I know, you know, empty halls and things are the in thing. I am also trying to refrain from buying too many decks, and Venom Melvin explicitly said that she doesn't want the SKT to be some sort of FOMO thing, but there was a FOMO thing when this deck came out. I knew that they were going to be limited. I knew that she was not going to sell everyone. I had discussions with other Singaporean tarot readers on this deck, the first edition, and we didn't feel too called to it. Some of the angels and things like that, I think it's just because of the pupils. Some people found it a bit too white, not in the racial sense but in the art sense. So this edition 2, I had no excuse not to get it because of the beautiful creamier coloring. So what resonance? I picked this out and I was going to put it back in the box, and yeah, this is the Angel of Mysteries. I've had this card replaced as well because of the gilding, and I keep getting this deck. That card. Give the Giver. I also received that this week. I don't really have many stories to tell you this week about the poems that I wrote or the readings that I gave myself, but I would have to say that this deck is pretty on point. And I know tarot is a conversation. We are supposed to make the meaning out of it, but sometimes the reading does make my heart sink, make my stomach uncomfortable, and it does end up pretty accurate in a bad sense. Like yeah, it has gotten me prepared. And sometimes people say, is that a self-fulfilling prophecy? I have no idea. Okay, but yeah, this is just a quick check-in with this deck, and I just wanted to show you quickly that the Heather Hopes Inner Compass Oracle, this one is pretty popular. I think she's pretty much on back order all the time, so if you do want to buy it, you should. Okay, it's a tiny deck, and yeah, you'll see all this in the walkthrough that I'm gonna do soon. But it is a small deck, but I really enjoy it. I'm not really a big collage person at first, but I'm getting more and more convinced that this might be an art style that resonates with me. I really like this card. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this quick check-in again. I don't really have much to say or share this week. I'm just excited to really try to dig into my SKT, get back to this monster of a book, and really get through it. It's really different having it in your hands as this brick compared to having it in your iPad or your Kindle, when you slowly read it. I do feel the difference having it in my hands right now, and it's kind of interesting, because I do like books physically. It just doesn't make economical sense. It doesn't make too much environmental sense as well. I have books. So most of the time I try to get books in e-format, and then if I do enjoy it, I do get that physical format. Okay, that was enough rambling for me. I hope this was a quick, enjoyable chat. Let me know what your experiences are with the SKT. If you crafted the oil, if you've done ritual coloring. I think Astral Pasta has a walkthrough of her beautiful, beautiful book of maths, and she colored everything. And I thought I had to, but no, I just had to color one symbol. So, because I don't have that kind of art sense. Okay, you guys have a great rest of the day. You take care. Bye.